Hello and welcome to the Magenta Show. And I'm Moira Bush, your host, and with me today I have got the fabulous Penny Norkett. Welcome, darling.
Thank you so much. Oh, this is awesome.
Awesome. And look at these amazing people that have joined us already. Shannon has joined us. Clive, hello. Joanne, Anne, and Latifa. Ooh, love that name, Latifa. Alicia, Anne. Is there anyone you recognize there?
Yes, so Maureen is on. Hi, Maureen. And Kim has joined and said hello. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Thank you so
Hello.
much for joining.
Thank you. So, guys, we need your help, right? And Facebook has completely changed their algorithms, and our viewership has really, really shrunk. And this is kind of in my business. That's not good, right?
Right.
Okay. And it's not good for us trying to reach a wider audience. So we need you to share the show. And please, if you do, there's a really grand prize that's going to be given out by Penny. We're going to announce it on the weekend. It's $1,000 worth of prize. It's a special, personalized prize. We'll announce it later on, but it's worth $1,000. You guys need to share the show. So hit the share button. It won't kick you off the show. You just hit share and share it to your timeline, share it to a group, share it to a page. Let people know that we're live, please, because I do believe the conversation that Penny and I are going to have today is very, very spiritually relevant.
And can I ask Kim? Kim, can you share it on my timeline for me, please?
There you go. You've been told.
Thank you.
Excellent. Shared. Kim says shared. Oh, thank you, darling. We appreciate that.
Awesome. Thank
So
you.
today we want to talk about woo-woo. Embrace your woo and don't run away from it. We had this fabulous conversation pre-show. So if you are somebody that has embraced your woo, we would love you. Look at the beautiful purple that Penny's wearing today. We want you to put purple hearts in the comments box, okay? So if you've embraced your woo, that's all the fluffy spiritual stuff. We want purple hearts in the comments box, okay? So that's the task for today. Purple hearts everywhere, okay?
Lovely.
And you're going to be entered into the draw to win, okay? Anybody sharing, anybody putting purple hearts out there, you are going to be put into the draw to win that $1,000 special gift from Penny today. So Penny and I were just talking as the show was starting about you've been part of 2 collaboration books, Penny,
Right.
and one is the 100 Voices, Inspiration, Awakening and Empowerment, and in this one you wrote about your son's illness and overcoming and how that happened, and in the Fondest Memory of the Holidays you wrote about your sister that passed, and that was when you were 18 years old.
When I was 18, she was 21.
She was 21, yeah.
And this one is, this book is a lot of, a little bit sadness in this book for different people, their journeys. And this one is pure joy. Pure joy. So it was like I bared my heart and, oh my gosh, thank you for all the purple hearts. I love it. That's wonderful. But yeah, so the first one was when my son was ill, and I knew during his journey of illness, and that's actually kind of the beginning of my spiritual awakening.
The woo.
The woo part, because I thought that when you were ill, you just went to the doctor and they would give you a pill and you would be well. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and the doctor had no idea, and we kept going to specialists and specialists.
It was tummy issues, wasn't it?
Migraine, headaches,
tummy.
Stomach, migraine. So doctors would work on one part of him, someone else would work on the other part, and so we had multiple visits. My whole life really flipped on its side, trying to get him healthy. He had to drop out of high school. And for me, high school was my, such a great time. And I felt so devastated that he was going to miss one of the best times of his life. And, but his journey is different than my journey. Yeah. And so, I've come now to realize that his journey was his journey.
But it was to teach you. Sometimes our children take this path of experience to awaken something in us. They're our teachers, really. If you thought you're teaching your children, you got it all wrong, guys. They get to teach. I know my Michael teaches me all the time.
Yes, and so that was where the doctors were saying, you may want to try different, like they had to be respectful of what they were taught, but they were giving me a little hint that there's something else out there that maybe you should
explore
without
losing their license.
right. So I started to explore,
goodness,
and explore I did, and we went to, I think, probably, it's really like 31 different practitioners, because we went with the chiropractic, and we went with the naturopath, and we went with Chinese medicine and acupuncture, and it was all these things. And sometimes if it didn't work with one, we would, well, maybe that person didn't have acupuncture, and it was the third time person doing acupuncture that actually worked. So that's like every person has something different, but the whole thing, acupuncture, and then I do tapping, which is acupuncture without the needle. So how my journey evolved started with my son.
Yeah, there we go. You see, our children teach us and get us on the woo-woo path, whether we like it or not. So for anybody who's just joined us, if you don't yet know what the Magenta show is all about, my darlings, you'll notice that on the table here, we've got number 1, 2, and 3 empty bottles. At the end of the show, we're going to reveal what colors is actually in number 1, 2, and 3, and give you a color-guided message to help you through and to give you some ideas on how to navigate any challenges and surprises that may come up in the week ahead. So the color is a lovely antidote to those, what do I do now? Oh, think of the color. Moira said, okay. Color said, okay. It's going to help you. It works. So we have a lot of people who actually come back and tell us that it works. So let's see who else has joined us here. Moin has joined us. Oh, Moin, hello. It was so nice to meet you in person finally last night at Maggie Habida's Colors of Love concert. The first time we actually met in person. We just knew each other for years and years over Facebook. Isn't that amazing?
Oh,
and he has such a pretty wife with him. I have to say, his wife is gorgeous. And Sue's joined us. Jeanette's joined us from Spain. Hello, my darling Jeanette. We do love you. Jeanette is one of the students who did that messages and numbers course that I put up on my academy. Yeah,
I love Barcelona. One of my favorite spots.
I've been there too. It's beautiful. Edith has joined us. Kim has joined us. I don't have purple hearts. We love. Okay, the purple starry eyes in the emoji counts as well, Kim.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and Joanna says, good evening from Western Australia. Hello. Look at the upside down emoji for Australia, Joanne. Hello, darling. Welcome. Okay, so we're having a spiritual conversation today, and it's all about embracing your woo. And for those who've just joined, we've just been speaking about how the illness in your son led you to open up to studying spirituality, alternative medicine, and how that has worked. But you also had, when your sister was in a car accident, you had that awakening as well. So I wanted to ask you, and really this is a conversation I'd love you guys in the audience to participate in as well. Have you felt this almost a drying up of resources, a drying up of clients, a kind of something, things that just suddenly come to a stand? So everything you plan to do is not working out, and the timing and the way you want them to, but you have a sense of there's something big coming, that tsunami wave, that there's something coming.
You're giving me goosebumps, okay? So this is, I always know I'm in touch with my intuition when my hair rises up on my skin. And so, yes, that, like my booming business suddenly, it's what worked before is no longer working. And yet I still have in my heart this, there's something more for me. There's something really big coming up, and I have no idea what it is. And sometimes I struggle. Which path am I taking? Is it this? Is it
you're
that?
Questioning things, and things are a bit confusing. Yeah.
So yes, definitely.
I think this is, and honestly, if this is happening to you guys that are in the spiritual world and serving you, please, would you let us know and pop it into the comments box and let us and let us know. Are you feeling this? Are you getting this experience too? Suddenly, it's like that before a tsunami wave comes, the water recedes, it goes back, and then everything dries up. So people that are in the spiritual world, service industry, healers, therapists, and just interested in well-being practice, suddenly everything is just drying up and slowing down, and the resources are not there, that the timing is way out, and it's frustrating because sometimes we you and I were speaking about, we both created these video courses, right? And it's like, It is not happening. It's supposed to have happened months ago. It is not happening. It's like, what's happening?
Mine was in September. It's not ready yet, ladies.
And the thing is, you question your faith, don't you? Because you go, hello, but yeah, hey, God, I'm here to serve, and I've created these amazing things, and nothing's happening. What's happening here? Am I not meant to be doing this? Should I go back to getting a normal job?
And that thought is, it flicks through the head. It's like, should I get a job? And then I just asked myself, and I get connected, and it's like the message I get is, no way, Jose Penny, like, no way, like, no, you've come too far to stop speaking up and sharing and letting other people know that there is a better way, and that what they're feeling is really valid. And it could be like, I had to heal myself. 40 years of grief, carrying that around with me, not even knowing I was carrying it. I thought we had, in those days, you push it down and I'm good, it's down, and yet every time someone died, I would be just like in that same original grief that your heart just goes like this. And through like, it started with my empowerment coaching, and we worked with a map of consciousness, and grief came up for me, and it was like, and then you start to heal it, and then I get angry sometimes when it's like, oh, it came back, like, so it's to heal it all. Like, I don't know if I'll ever be completely healed, but it's just now when someone dies, I understand, and I have so much compassion, and yet I know that I've always had this, my sister's always been a guardian force. She's always been my guardian angel, and
she's probably the one tapping you on the shoulder saying, don't give up, don't give up, this is your path.
She's with me always. And
because essentially this is what we want to tell our audience today, is don't give up. If you're in spiritual healing, and take this time, and I love what you've done, is the time where everything's receded and resources and business and everything's, the booming business is suddenly quiet, to take that time to heal yourself. And for you, it was emotional healing. For me, it's physical healing. I have to. My physical body just broke down the last couple of months, and it's been a really, really, really tough journey. And having to focus on getting my physical health back is there. So I think you and I couldn't focus on that if we were so busy working with other people all the time, right? Or doing a lot of courses and training and coaching. So it happens for a reason. But what I do believe, and certainly again, my angels in the audience, if you want to participate in this conversation, let us know. I do believe that this whole tsunami, and it's Melissa Jolly she's actually joined us. She's the founder of Color Mirrors. She's amazing. And she brought it to our attention in the Color Mirrors group that we have. She was speaking about this whole tsunami wave, and she said that this feeling of us receding and pulling back is because it's going to be, and we're being prepared. We have to be physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally strong, because when that tsunami wave crashes and brings in a whole bunch of new souls awakening in 2020, we have to be strong enough, and we got to work harder and longer hours than we've ever done before, because they're gonna want questions. They're gonna want answers to their questions.
How can they begin their journey? And I just got to say hi from Germany. I love how international. So I love to travel, and so when we're doing things like this, it's like, my voice is traveling. And so I feel like I'm in Australia, I'm in Spain, I'm in Germany, and it's like, what? So it makes me
and South Africa, Melissa's in South Africa.
Like,
my goodness.
And I'm in Waterloo and Kitchener, like, yes.
Oh, that's just up the road. Fabulous. So I'm going to ask you to do something for me, Penny. On that shelf behind you at the top there, do you see the third little bottle from the end? It's brown at the bottom, and it's got a magenta color at the top.
This
right here? Next row down. No, up one, please.
This one up here. Oh, down here?
No, one up.
One up. This one.
Move over. Move. She's the first time. She doesn't know Color Mirrors bottles. Move over. That, and there's a bottle with brown at the bottom next to the yellow one. Can you see it? It's very dark. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. Thank you.
My Reiki's going like crazy.
I know, she wants to pick her bottles already. No.
My Reiki is going.
This is for Melissa. Can you put it on the light box? You can see now that it's brown and it's magenta on top there. It's bottle number 20. Oh. And this bottle is called Awakening. And think about this, next year, 2020. Double whammy of awakening souls. Isn't that awesome? So Melissa was bringing this to our attention in the group, and why I found our conversation we had pre the show so fascinating is we are being prepped to be stronger, to build our spiritual muscles, so to speak, our physical, emotional muscles, so that we can be really strong for this awakening that's going to happen. And it's going to be global. You know,
it is. It's already.
You're feeling it. You sense
it's already global. Like definitely. Yeah.
And I love it that we started the show by saying embrace your woo woo, because that's essentially what's going to the message we're going to have to give to these people that are suddenly flailing and their spiritual minds opening and their hearts are opening.
To know to get into your heart now. I never knew any of that stuff before, and then it's like my heart just suddenly, especially with the Facebook Live, it's like my heart can be transported around the world, and I can heal people. Or I don't heal. They heal themselves through me, but I can.
So let's carry on our conversation, my darling. So we've got bottle 20 here, which is the Awakening bottle, magenta and copper, all about next year. So what are you going to help people with when that tsunami of souls come and say, hey, how do I heal myself? How do I heal my life?
Well, no, I'm afraid the phone's going to ring again.
Don't worry about it.
So I use Young Living essential oils, and
with the EFT tapping.
EFT tapping, and it is like so powerful because you know the scent goes directly up into your brain, right? So it surpasses any block that you have. The scent can get right to your. I won't get into details, but
it gets to the brain.
It gets to the brain. Every time I want to say amygdala, I always like mess it up, so I thought, don't say it, Betty. So when I do the tapping with the oils, it is so powerful. And I did it with I was doing a live demonstration in front of a group, and we had a volunteer, and I gave her the choice. So intuitively, which oils do you want to choose? And she chose the one Valor, which is for courage.
Valor. Beautiful.
And it's purple too. And so, but she chose that one, and it was to give herself confidence, and that's what the main purpose of that oil is, to give you courage. And so we did the tapping sequence together in front of everyone. It was a very powerful room. The energy in the room was undeniable. And then a week later, she contacted me and she said, I had the most productive week I've ever had.
Oh, wow.
And she said, and all I have to do is smell that scent. And she goes, and I go, roar. And so she felt courageous. And it just was so beautiful. And
this is how you're going to be servicing. How can people connect with you? How can they contact you?
Yeah, so I'm at pennynorkett.com. You can email me it's very simple, penny@pennynorkett.com.
Easy.
Very easy. And I have a private Facebook group called Claim Your Brilliance.
Claim Your Brilliance. Okay, look it up on Facebook, guys. You're all Facebook fans.
Kim wants to roar. I love Angie. Wild. This is it. But this is, I used to, when I first said I did get a download for what should I call my group, and it really was, at that time, it was called Claiming Your Brilliance, because I was in the process of, I just become certified empowerment coach.
And claiming was still in it.
I was still claiming who I was, and then about last year, I said, no, it's time to claim it. Like, we don't need, it's not claiming, we're not in the process. We claim it now. Yeah. And really, it is the time now to claim who you are and all the brilliance that you have inside you. So I help people reach their own golden core.
Yeah. You're going to be busy. You do know when the tsunami comes. Yeah.
I know.
I think you and I need to have a wine party now, because next year there's no time to do that. She loves wine. Like
I actually am having a wine party on Thursday.
I'm in the
Wine and oils. Yeah, it's wine and oils.
Wine and oils.
Yeah. Yeah, come on over.
Okay, so
message me privately if you're in the area. You're more than welcome. Yeah.
So, my darling, I want to offer you a color reading. I'd like to share with you how the color mirror system that's founded by Melissa, how it works and how it can help offer guidance. And remember, in the audience, you guys have a reading coming up as well. Choose 1, 2, or 3 for your color reading for the week. So, what would you like guidance on that I can help help you with the colors.
Well, we were talking before about I have this amazing course that I have. It's been in my heart. I did the filming of it, and I wanted it to start in September, and it didn't happen. And now I want when is it going to happen? Like, when is it going to happen?
Okay, tell us a little bit about the course.
It's called 4 Weeks to Peace and Calm.
4 weeks
to peace and calm.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is going back to my roots of when I became woo, to what are the things that the beginning things that I did, like what did I do to actually become present with myself? And it's
the basics.
Yeah.
Oh.
Simple little basics.
Yeah.
4 weeks. So in 4 weeks, you are going to learn how to get yourself in the present moment. Because if you are in fear, you're in the future. And if you're in pain and depression, you're working with the past. And where are you when you're in the present moment? You're in peace.
That's right.
So in 4 weeks, I'm going to be, and definitely I'll be incorporating my tapping because that's that's such a passion of mine. But also oils and all different, meditation and just getting in the present moment. And some things work in certain instances for some people, and some people say I can't meditate. Well, they think it's
and you
this
cover
big
this
thing.
In the course. Yeah.
In the course,
Okay.
and it's
right.
really simple that they can
I
do it
got
themselves.
it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's. Okay, so I think first of all I want you to pick 2 bottles for me.
Okay.
One bottle that says this is this course, this project that I've created, and one that says this is who you are. And pop them down here for me. All right.
Okay, so the first one is my course. Oh, I didn't even know you had one step.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them.
Okay.
It's like getting a candy
Talk
store.
amongst yourselves, people. I am going
Take
to have
your time.
I am going to have some fun. And
because Penny's also a Reiki practitioner, so she likes to tune into her energy and then feel the bottles.
When I turn this way, the Reiki starts to flow from my hands, and it's like.
She's embraced her woo-woo. So if you've embraced your woo-woo, remember to put some purple hearts in the comments box, all right? And you're going to be entered into a competition to actually win $1,000 gift package, personalized package from Penny, who's our fabulous guest here today. Right.
Oh,
so one that's you and one that's the project.
For the course.
Is that for the course? Excellent.
Yeah. And me, who's me? And it's funny because if you ever knew me to embrace my woo, like this is it, this is happening on Facebook Live in front of everyone. Yes,
she's
it's like
feeling away.
It's like oh. Okay, this is me. This is me.
Oh, fabulous, darling! Excellent. Okay,
that came out. That was like
you couldn't resist that one.
Yeah.
So the first one I want to say that the bottle you picked for you is bottle G21, and this one is called the Beloved. And it's a beautiful bottle that brings you into peace and centering. It brings you into, it talks about what it is you're embracing in your life as, having come out of the spiritual closet and embraced your woo-woo and accessing your divine love and divine energy and a little bit of your starriness as well, like intergalactic, because that platinum is a little bit about the intergalactic systems and really embracing gifts that you've had in other lifetimes and other galaxies and being able to channel it down, down onto the earth and a little bit about what I've just come to know about you since the short time that we have known each other is you're very open to channeling. You're very open to that information coming through you and being of service and serving the planet and serving the people on the planet. And that's a lot what that bottle says. It's that platinum starriness coming through. It hits that magenta, which is a service to humanity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Oh, look at all the purple hearts.
She sounds pretty cool, eh? It looks pretty cool. So that's a very beautiful bottle. And of course the G stands for Gaia, and it says here that you're here to help that wave of evolutionary beings that are opening up and waking up that are coming through in 2020. And then 21 is about a key. You're a key. And, I don't know if you remember nowadays, when we were younger, when you turned 21, you were given the key to the door, you were suddenly legal. And yeah.
I was already married. I jumped ahead. I was like, I'm out of there.
Me too. We had the key to the door before 21.
Yeah.
But traditionally, 21 symbolized a key, that golden key that you were now legal, you were independent, you were now smart, you didn't need parents' permission for anything anymore. Yeah. And really what it says to me spiritually is you have a key to help people unlock their channeling abilities, their spirituality.
That was 21. So that's how old my sister was when she died.
Oh, honey. So no wonder she keeps tapping you on the shoulder, and she's been part of the show since we started. I wonder if she's the one who orchestrated that phone call from Palestine. Jesus to call us.
It's amazing the different things that have happened.
I know. This has been a really weird show. We wanted to do something woo-woo.
We wanted to do woo, and we brought it on.
Now, as far as your project's concerned, Penny, you've picked bottle 28. It's yellow on top and blue, okay? And you're going to see in a minute why this is also very relevant when you give the audience pick. Remember to put in your box if you want 1, 2, or 3. This bottle is very relevant, 1, 2, and 3, to the audience pick today. It's called New Beginnings. So you need to launch in January.
January.
Yes, on the 28th of January.
My dad's birthday.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay.
Goosebumps again. Okay.
She's got goosebumps again.
This is when it comes. And I was so sure it was September. And, we were saying no, it's not time. It's not time. And it was and then I said, okay, I even mentioned to you January felt better because 2020 and so
it's definitely January, new beginning, new year. January it starts 28th, and it's almost leading into that Chinese New Year, which is also very big energy going into, so it has to be that end of January going into February when the Chinese New Year happens. So this to me just feels like that's the timing for it, and it's going to be brilliant because it's going to offer a new beginning to other people as well.
Well, that's it.
So that whole energy of it is that yellow and blue color. Sweet. Love it. All right, so shall we give our... Okay, so before we do the audience pick of the week, we want to announce the $1,000 personalized package. Would you share it with them and tell them what your gift is?
Okay, so yes, go ahead and pick your number if you're on to make sure you get the reading today. But what my gift is to one of you who is on, that I do EFT tapping, and I really want to introduce one of you to it. And what it's going to be is an individualized package just for you. Wow. So I'm going to be sharing the basics of tapping, but then we're going to dive a little bit deeper and to see what you need to receive from me, because there's something, I don't know what it is, so I really am guided by my heart, and someone is going to receive this gift from me.
And it can be anywhere in the world?
Okay.
Anybody in the
around the world. So
you can do this over
I do it over Zoom. So anyone in the entire world can receive.
There you go, my darling. So if you've given us purple hearts and you've been sharing the show, you're going to be entered into the draw, and you're going to win. It's $1,000 personalized gift package. And it's not just for you to learn the basics EFT, but for you to resolve something that's really personal to you right now.
Something for you.
So you'll have a result. And I mean, you're going to be such good hands, because if you only joined us now, you don't know what happened. We have never had this happen before. Halfway through the show, all the phones rang, and even phones without SIM cards rang. Our iPad rang, the switchboard studio rang, and Michael saw there was a call from Palestine. So we figured Jesus phoned us today. That's the only logical explanation we have. So this has been an amazing show. You've got to go back and watch. We'll try and splice it all together so you catch the whole show. Okay, my darling. So let's have a look at the audience here. For those of you who've picked bottle number 1, okay, number 1, guess what? You have picked Blue Angel, and that is your pick. So you picked the Blue Angel.
Yes.
So you picked the Blue Angel. So for those of you who've got the Blue Angel, blue is about communication. It's about protection. It's about feeling safe, and it's about not panicking. It's not about unpanicking, but it's about choosing to not panic when things feel like it's out of control around you. All right.
Peace and calm.
Peace and calm.
What can I say? I was so quiet. My voice was not heard, and now Like, here I am.
I know.
I know, and I don't like to drive, and I drove like an hour to come here. Like, so it was like I needed to be here.
And you were
today.
safe to do it, and that's really the
safe.
message of this Blue Angel. Everything is safe, and you're safe to speak and speak your truth. You're safe to speak up. It's amazing. All right, so those of you who picked number two, you've got Michael's pick of the week, and it's yellow. Check that.
Ooh. Wow.
See why I said very interesting. So all of those of you who've picked number 1 and number 2, you're up for a new beginning. And January the 28th is a date I want you to mark in your calendar, because there's definitely some new beginning that we can almost predict or portend for the future. Very important date for you. So for those of you who picked number 2, Yellow Angel, it says go out and do something fun. Go and do something that's light. That, you know how the yellow sun makes us laugh, and of course we're going into autumn now, so some of the colors on the trees is actually yellow. It's actually very pretty. But please go and have something fun. Do something fun this week. Those of you who've picked number 3, the color of the week is magenta, and you can see I'm all in magenta today. I couldn't, but it had to be this specific one, and it's called the Soul Bottle. And it just feels like this is a very important week for those of you who picked number 3 with me. It's connect with your soul. Go for inner guidance. Go into that, because this is your safety net, is when you connect with your soul. And like we were speaking earlier in the show, how our resources have dried up, clients have dried up, business has dried up, and it's like this dryness of the tsunami that's going to come. At this stage, if you're feeling a bit wobbly and questioning who you are and what you do, and if those of you are like me and you're doing this number 3 journey, is you just got to connect with your soul, because there sits the truth. There sits the truth, right? So if those of you who picked number 3, that's where we're at, okay? And please continue until we finish our broadcast today to put purple hearts in to be entered into the draw. Thank you for your wonderful, generous gift, Penny.
Thank you.
It's really great. I want to say a huge thank you to my production team, Michael and Shannon, who did an incredible job last night. We were at Maggie Habida's Colors of Love concert. We did a pop-up studio for them, and we interviewed all these stars from all over the world, and it was just incredible. And they were all these young, incredible, gifted artists who all went on stage and spoke about colors and love and chakras and God. I mean, it was just the most incredible concert. Beautiful. Maggie brought an incredible bunch of people together. And then I also just want to say we're not going to be in Canada for the next 2 Magenta show live broadcasts. We're actually going to broadcast live from North Carolina. Ooh, we're going to go visit a wonderful friend of ours she has a system called African Massage, Jackie Daly. She's going to have us there. We're going to go see all the fall colors in the beautiful mountains where she lives. So we're looking forward to that. So while we're there, we're going to do some broadcast for the Magenta show from America for the very first time.
Wonderful.
Pop-up studio in the USA.
Lovely. Oh, that's wonderful.
Penny, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Was this woo-woo?
This is woo. I think this is woo enough. Look at all those beautiful purple hearts. And if I had a quiet voice before, it's out there now.
Your woo-ness is visible on the internet.
I have embraced my woo. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I really have appreciated you coming. And thank you so much for each one of you joining. It's been an incredibly busy show. We've had a lot of comments, a lot of lives. And thank you for sticking with us and coming back to the second part. As I said, we had the phone call from Palestine, and it was just weird. So we will see you next week on the Magenta Show live from North Carolina in the USA. Thank you, my darlings. Have a great week. Oh my.